Hey guys, it's been a long while. It's mostly because I was way too busy with other stuff, and I couldn't help but feel like I wanted a longer break from videos due to every bad shit I see on the internet, of which I should have put on break on my channel name, but I was too lazy to do that. But now I'm back, so I wanted to do this video for a while. I just started it a couple days ago. I did the screenshots, and was trying to finish the script as much as I could, but it was left 50% complete, because I got sick way too many times. I tried finishing it on the days I got slightly better, but my sickness kept getting on me 3 more times. But now I am getting fully better. Now my voice is Eric because I'm so angry right now. And why? Well, today I am calling out an idiot troll bratty bozo called Wooden Railway Productions, also known by his real name called Xander, but I prefer to call him Wooden Railway Productions and not by his real name. So let's get into why he's the most hypocritical and insufferable piece of shit ever seen on social media. He's been copying another user called Oliver Grant since 2017 or whatever year on all of social media. I mean, look at all his videos, profiles, channel banners. They are exactly the same thing, just with different thumbnail. He only didn't trip off 2 videos. Oliver Grant's Railway Series Match Video or Idea, and his new N-Scale Layout Part 51, which is good, and at this point this proves he is way too lazy to make something original. He tried to forcingly sound young at the beginning of many of his videos for no reason at all.
Alright, so I'm back here with another layout update.
At least he's fixed that problem in his recent 2 videos.
Alright, I'm back here again with another video, and as you can see, Percy running.
Because why did he want to forcingly sound young at the beginning of the video when his voice is fucking deep enough to speak in that voice? It really surprises me that everyone is ignoring him for that, which I guess is fine, as it will just garner a lot of views and interests from people who never watched Oliver Grant before. At least he tried something original with Oliver Grant's ripped-off customs. For example, he made Jerry look at tank engine with a tender, which is what Oliver Grant did with his Take and Play Bertram custom, and he made the ripped-off purple camelback locomotive a female character. He was going to make it look like the real-life locomotive, yet for whatever reason changed it to look similar to Oliver Grant's, which is just completely stupid. And he made his custom Dustin look like a bogie engine like he is in the book and in real life, and at least he's going at a full new and original direction on Twitter instead of just copying Oliver Grant, right? Yes. But in a bad way, to the point as he's been constantly stalking and harassing a lot of people for liking the Thomas reboot All Engines Go, calling them names like Mattel Shill, or simply Shill, Triggered, Crybaby, Big Mad, etc. He's done that to so many of them, and he's even been doing it to me too. I mean, look at all that. Just because someone likes a show you hate, doesn't mean you should attack haters for that. And yes, I have done that when I first started making All Engines Go rant videos, but because of my constant flack for that, I have now changed, and I hate when people bash my opinion on something they like because I didn't like it and wasn't the opinion they expected it to be. So seeing Wooden Railway Productions do it to me and others is just fucking insane. Yet at the same time makes great points like the G.I. Joe crossover tease at the end that the Transformers Rise of the Beasts movie was terrible and didn't ask for Transformers to become the MCU. And if you know me, you know I do not like All Engines Go or Mattel's reboots at all. The Brenner era and the Barbie movie I thought were really great. But where I differ from Wooden Railway Productions and the other Mattel haters is I'm not a miserable and insufferable piece of shit. Yet this guy thinks I am calling me a shill, of which I don't know what that means to shill. I'm not gonna go over all the shit that he's been doing to everyone, so I'm just gonna go over the way he treats me in the comments. When Leo on Twitter wanted people to say something nice about All Engines Go, Wooden Railway Productions suddenly says, "Let's trigger this Mattel shill Leo. All Engines Go is the worst show ever. Mattel Thomas and Friends is not canon." Leo replied to him saying that it's gonna take more than that to trigger me. I replied to him saying that he whines about everything he watches related to Mattel Thomas, BWBA, and most especially IG. It doesn't matter if some episodes of either IG or BWBA are well received, and even if they are well received or not, he'll either say it's more Mattel trash or BWBA is not canon. Worst of all, he calls the fans that actually enjoy the new episodes Mattel shills, or Mattel boys, or whatever, which is very disrespectful and rude. He needs to learn to let people enjoy BWBA and again maybe not be so overcritical over everything. And this stupid 16-year-old child responded to me and said, "You're just #triggered." He doesn't even try to defend what he says, he just said that I'm triggered. Then I responded to him saying, "You think I am? I may be triggered by your behavior but also disappointed." He stupidly responds to me with the #triggeredboy with the triggering intensifies gif. It's as if he forgot to know how to properly respond to me and other people. I responded to him with a literal question: "How come you went from making custom trains, or at this point, ripping off Oliver Grand's customs, to being a fucking troll account calling us triggered, crybaby and big mad and in hashtags?" He responds with the "you mad" gif. I responded to him saying, "Not much, just disappointed," and he responds to me saying that I sound #big mad, of which it's just him being an idiot. Then I said, "Please tell me you're a troll account or acting like a villain character, that is genuinely the fucking question." He says, "I will continue trashing Mattel Thomas and Friends, there's nothing you can do about it. #triggeredboy, #big mad, what the fuck is he even trying to do?" And I said, "Answer me, is this a fake troll account? That is literally the fucking goddamn question." And of course responds to me with the fucking triggered gif. Like I said, he's not trying to defend himself, he just says you're triggered. And to give him attention, I said answer me, or I'll respond with the "do not feed the trolls" photo. And he of course responds to me with the triggering intensifies gif again. So that was it. I responded to him with the "do not feed the trolls" photo, and he responds with a different triggered photo with Dart's face. So I responded to him with a different "do not feed the trolls" photo, and responds to me with the "you mad" gif. I responded to him saying that you're the one who's mad with another "do not feed the trolls" photo, and he responds to me saying, "All Engines Go is a bad show." I responded to him saying that we know it isn't with another "do not feed the trolls" sign. He says All Engines Go is a bad show. I said I hate it too, but not to the point where I act like a troll unprovokedly attacking people who like it, calling them quote-unquote Mattel shills. He says #bad show. I responded to him saying, "So now you're gonna get mad at me for talking about All Engines Go. You are really pissing me off right now, I just can't take it anymore." And this child responds to me with the biggest pile of shit comment, "This is turning into a Thomas and Friends meltdown. All Engines Go is a #trash show." Me with my pissed off self said, "A Thomas and Friends meltdown?" Exclamation mark. "I love that you think I'm scared of you like the trolls do. Why do you? My conversation with you is turning into a quote-unquote Thomas and Friends meltdown. I am not having a meltdown, you're the one who's having a fucking meltdown." And he responds to me with the Thomas and Friends meltdown gif for absolutely no reason at all, as if he thinks I'm having a meltdown. I quoted, "Wooden Railway Productions has gone from someone who just make custom wooden railway trains and transformers making videos of them along with his N-scale layout to a whiny, bratty, asshole troll attacking people who like All Engine Go on here while also doing what he's been doing for years on YouTube and Instagram." He stupidly responds to me saying, "I heard you tried to stupidly sacrifice yourself after Go Animate's legacy video maker retired but then came back in 2021, the photo is what you are," of which he is lying. I actually didn't try to do a fake death after Go Animate's legacy video maker retired. When I did this video, I was lying. Video. Unlisted. I was born in 1998. I married my wife in the end of 2018. My son was born that year. Of course I was never faked my death, and because of that I responded to him saying, ha 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 ha, you're the one attacking egg fans like a troll. I mean honestly, are you the stupid? You're the one playing victim here. You are such a pathetic loser. So much it's quite funny, but responds to me thinking I'm the victim? Really, I'm not even the fucking victim. It's just him being a fucking troll, and responds to me with the same triggering intensifies gif again. Of fucking course, and I said, nah. He says hashtag fake victim, hashtag all engines go is trash, hashtag Thomas and friends meltdown, and I decided to respond to him with the same do not feed the trolls photo from the first, but then he steals my profile photo and ruining it by giving it red demon eyes and adding the triggered text on the bottom, which is so fucking dumb of him to do. I said, long story short, I used to be quote-unquote big mad like you, bashing opinions and being overcritical over it. Now I'm nicer now. I stopped bashing opinions as best as I can. So seeing you call out people who like egg like a troll is just baffling. And it definitely is. He says, clearly you are hashtag big mad. Your Thomas and friends reviews except egg are very rushed and too fast-paced and complete trash. You're a fence-riding shill. You're getting exposed. Pray I don't alter my exposing any further. And just because I didn't go on that much depth as to why the classic and Brenner seasons were great, and the Hit and Miller seasons were bad, doesn't mean you should insult me for that. And yes, I have grown to add more depth into the newer hate reviews of reboots and commentaries. And do not call me a fence-riding shill. I don't even know what that means to ride the fence and shill for Mattel. And how the fuck are you exposing me like that? You're just an idiot crying about how the Thomas reboot ruined your childhood. So then I quote, for someone who is sick of opinion bashing, this guy sure does like to make me hashtag big mad. He is doing what me and other people think we're doing. Can someone report this user? Keep his YouTube and Instagram. He doesn't harass anyone there. His Twitter should be reported. And yes, I don't think his YouTube and Instagram should be reported because a lot of people are going to watch those videos and like these posts on Instagram and ignore that he's copying Oliver Grant anyway. Wooden Railway Productions thinks of me as me playing victim again, even though I did nothing wrong. You think I'm the victim? You think I'm exposed, when clearly you are. You're acting like TTTE guy except you call the fans Mattel shills or Canner boys or now IA boys. How about you shut up and stop throwing a fit towards a cartoon you hate? It's just a cartoon, you idiot. And yes, a user called TTTE guy harasses egg fans and is blocking people for absolutely no reason. He's just being as insufferable as he is. Wooden says, you got exposed, Caden. You got exposed badly. Now you're being a fake victim stalking others and having a Thomas and friends meltdown. Tell Hunter Shadow and your friends at Mattel, nothing will stop the Wooden Railway Productions. He is fucking trolling. What a fucking cringe comment. As I say, you're stalking me. You are up in my junk. Keep saying the same thing over and over isn't going to make it true. How about you leave me alone while I'm busy eating food? And yes, I was busy eating lunch at the time. But then he says, hey Caden, the Mark Forster film, Mattel is going to have a cinematic universe, cry about it. You think it's gonna be more when clearly it's more Barbie sequels, and more live-action movies are being made. I didn't notice that comment straight away as I was still busy eating food until now. And I must say that not everything needs a cinematic universe. I think they overuse that too much. I had nothing to say after that, so that's why. Of course, Wooden Railway Productions is gonna hate on certain projects made by Mattel, but for whatever reason has now decided he's worthy of respect and notoriety of the toxic haters he's part of. Of course he has his right to free speech, but it would absolutely be crossed as an example such as this. Now I'm just gonna say it. If someone's calling for an act of domestic terrorism over a kid's show and is tagging you in their tweet to assume you'll be on board with them, you need to reevaluate how you use your platform. And he did a fucking poll saying the stupidest things he would say. There's been a lot of crybabies whining and complaining, leaving disclaimers in the comments. Why hate BWBA? Why hate Nye and Rebecca? Why hate Tech? That's meaningless if you still support Mattel Thomas and Friends as canon. Do you accept Mattel Thomas and Friends, 2017 present, canon? What the actual fuck? Both of his two choices got 50%, meaning he's tied. I even forgot to vote him until the voting stopped because I was too busy. It's very simple. One answer means you reject 2017 present Thomas as canon to support the movement to #avenge Thomas and Friends. The other means you're a Mattel-loving BWBA boy. What do you think? I'm not interested in reading disclaimers and novels about how you quote-unquote despise me and love Nye and Rebecca. But you're not actually a shill. You're definitely a Mattel shill. That is so stupid. How come we like the Brenner era or the Barbie movie but hate on BWBA, Nye and Rebecca, and it'd make it meaningless if we still support Mattel? Yet he's genuinely trolling. Just because I like the Brenner era and the Barbie movie, doesn't mean that we support Mattel for what they've done to Thomas after season 21. How is that a disclaimer? He doesn't even know what that actually means. Anyways, after a month of silence, I commented him on his new N-scale layout update video. On your Twitter you're just insufferable, just crying about it and all the other kids' shows, harassing people that like it, calling them shills, yet you can't make videos about it on this channel and on Instagram? Hypocrite. And he definitely is. But yet he says #triggered. Like I said twice, he's not even defending what he's trying to say, just saying I'm triggered. I asked him, why are you copying Oliver Grant? That is genuinely the question. He says, #big mad, #Thomas and Friends meltdown, again. And I literally fucking said, no, to be fair, I am not having a Thomas Friends meltdown. I am not trying to start before a war with you. I'm just saying how I feel about your inconsistency. That's what I'm saying. And he's literally 3 years old and you're still using hashtags. Like, come on. Yet he's still going with the #Thomas and Friends meltdown and then #Mattel boy, of which I'm not a fan of Mattel or Mattel boy. I only like the Brenner era and the Barbie movie, that's it. So I say, why the fuck do you think I'm having a meltdown when I am not? And why the fuck do you think I'm now suddenly a Mattel boy when I'm literally expressing my feelings and frustration about you and your hate and crying on Mattel and saying the same most annoying Mattel stuff is trash? Mattel Thomas and Friends is not canon. Shill, fake fan, crybaby, big mad bullshit. I am nearly none of those, you traitor. Then he says the stupidest thing of all time. How about you change your name to Kaden the Great Western Rebecca Boy 1500 class engine? You're big mad. I say, no, to be fair I do not like Rebecca at all. I just don't need to hate on people who do anymore. She's literally just a character, it's not that big of a deal. And I'm right. And it's so weird because just because I'm calling you out for being nice on YouTube and ripping off Oliver Grant and now hating on all Engines Go fans on Twitter, apparently I love Rebecca and I love Mattel now? Like I said, I don't like Rebecca. I think Mattel has done a horrible job with the Thomas franchise after the Brenner era and the way they handle other kids' shows, yet he thinks I'm the opposite because of that. You are a Rebecca boy. No, I'm not. You really forgot you were telling the truth. Mattel shill detected. I don't know what that means. All I know is that you're a keyboard warrior pussy. Then you are a #Mattel shill and a #fake fan. We Engines will avenge Thomas and Friends and you can't stop us. You know what, I'm exiting this conversation right now because I've had enough of you repeating the same hashtags over and over again. Moving on. In his video focusing on recent wooden railway customs from 3 years ago, someone asked, why do you copy every video from Oliver Grant? That is genuinely the question, and yet he says #triggered. Still not trying to defend what he's saying, just says you're triggered. Then I just said, he's just too lazy to come up with original ideas and videos, sadly, which is 100% right. And then I say to Wooden Productions, quit that Mr. Oliver Wooden Railway Productions Grant, you're the biggest keyboard warrior pussy I've ever seen, literally insulting people who like all Engines Go on Twitter just because they have a different than you. You're a sack of shit, which is also 100% right. I just can't stand this guy crying like a baby over a fucking cartoon, treating it like it's worse than the world ending. Report his Twitter right now because he's not doing it for the grift. He just wants attention and to get a reaction out of people. Probably don't report his YouTube and Instagram and ignore them. He's now getting ignored and a lot of people that haven't watched Oliver Grand will watch his videos and give him compliments like his customs looks cool and he'll thank them for the kind words anyway. Thank you guys for watching this video. I better not have another 7-month-long break again. Who knows? Maybe I'll run out of ideas. Kate and the GWR 1500 class engine, signing out.